Good morning, my name is Dan Flanick. I'm with Tekleen Automatic Filters. These filter models is what we call an ABW filter, which stands for automatic backwash. Dirty water enters the inlet of the filter. On some filter models, you'll have a core screen in the filter. The water will travel from the outside in on the core screen, through the center, from the inside out on the fine screen, basically doing a U-turn. Across a clean filter system, we monitor the pressure differential. When it's clean, you're going to have less than a 1 pound pressure drop. As the dirt builds and you get to a maximum set point of 7 psi is when we would give it a signal to sequentially flush the filter. Filter number 1 flush valve will open. On the back here, there's a piston with an indicator pin. And we set the flush time for how long it takes for that indicator pin to go from point A to point B. In most cases, it's going to be from 6 seconds. Never, ever, ever more than 12 seconds. Once that pin gets to the end, the flush valve is going to close and move back to the starting position. We give a 10-second delay before filter number 2 would flush, and it would do the same thing. Once that's finished, 10-second delay, and filter number 3 will flush. The nice thing about the filters, it's an uninterrupted flow to the process during the backwash. The only water that you're losing is what's going out the flush valve.
Here's how it works. Dirty water enters the inlet of the filter and passes through the coarse screen. This screen protects the fine screen from being damaged by any large particulates. Then the water moves down the center of the filter body. Water passes through the fine screen, and clean water exits through the outlet of the filter, leaving dirt particulates trapped on the inside of the screen. The trapped dirt particulates accumulated on the inside of the fine screen causes a dirt cake effect. This buildup of particulates on the screen mesh causes a pressure drop at the outlet of the filter that is monitored by a DP sensor. When a 5 to 7 pound differential is reached, the electronic controller energizes the flush valve for a backwash cycle. The combined linear movement of the dirt collector and axial rotation caused by the hydraulic motor allows the dirt collector to scan the entire surface area of the screen.
So Pepsi uses typically 2 filter controllers. Our GB6/7, which is for up to 2 filters, and our GB8, which is for 4 filters or more. This is a GB8 controller. There's really 3 knobs that you're concerned with. The flush time in seconds, that's where you're going to set how long it takes for that piston to go from point A to point B. The dwell on the bottom, which you're going to set to 10 seconds on all installations. That's just a delay after the first filter flushes to the next filter flushes. And your 24-hour clock, which we're going to set to 24. On the display, it tells you on the GB8 model, the last time since the last back flush. It also tells you when the pressure differential is going to come on. So if I turn this black knob and give a fake differential, on the display it says PD. It looks at it for at least 6 to 8 seconds to make sure it's real. And then the filters we sequentially flush. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the filters through a back flush so that you can see the piston movement on the filters. And this is how you want to set the flush time to make sure that that pin goes from point A to point B. So we're going to walk around to the back of the filter so you can see the piston move. What we did is we gave the filters a fake differential so they think they need to clean. You can see the piston moving out, and that's the end position. You want to leave it no more than 2 seconds there and go back. So on these particular filters, it takes 8 seconds for the filters to clean themselves. Filter number 1 got finished. There's a 10-second dwell. Now filter number 2 is going. Gets to the end. 1 1000, 2 1000, valve closes, 10-second delay. Then filter number 3 is going to do the same thing. See the pin moving all the way out. Gets to the end position. 1001, 1002, the pin moves back. So we just put the filters through a backwash because they had a differential. What you want to look at after they flush is that the differential, the red needle, is back down to 0. Because again, across a clean system, you have less than a 1 pound pressure drop. Also on the display here, it tells you idle and the number. So it happens to say idle in 4 now because it went through 4 backwashes.